Gotta grab my blue ball. Greetings, groovy people! Welcome to the channel. This is the self-proclaimed Blue Dragon, bringing you my weekly Wednesday video. Before we get into this one drawing a day challenge for a week, let's have a public service announcement. Tired of pesky ads on videos? Not sure if the creator supports whatever's being advertised? Just sick and tired of the man telling you how white your shirt can be? Fear not. We have access to a wonderful thing called ad blockers. The perfect thing when you don't want strange companies buying and selling your personal information and buying habits. So yeah, I like uBlock, but there's a menagerie of different options out there, all of which are free of charge, and if you don't like ads, I highly recommend that you try one today. This video, by the way, is not sponsored by anyone except for my patrons who are amazing and subscribe stars and donators. And watchers. You. Watchers like you. Thank you. Woot! Let's start this! So a fellow YouTuber earlier this year did his own video challenge of creating webcomics for 30 days. I'm going to put an iCard up to his channel, that playlist in the upper right hand corner if this video is on YouTube. If it's on another platform, I have no idea yet what's going on with that. But yeah, I've been trying to plan and schedule and get ready to take on this challenge myself. I think that I would benefit from both the practice of drawing daily, just getting your muscle memory, getting yourself into the habit, and also getting a ton of work done, building a buffer for my free, not safe for work webcomic, Dark Horse, links down in the description. So when it comes to any type of change in my life or change in my habits, I am personally something of a Word of Wednesday incrementalist, or, I personally ascribe to incrementalism. I am awful at doing anything cold turkey, nor can I full body jump into a lifestyle or practice. So this was true of my progress when I planned to go vegan. I'd been trying for quite a while, and I can't just stop doing something. I have to dip my toe in, and no matter how guilty I feel about whatever, my personal psychology it doesn't work that way. I can't just cut things out of my life. So as with everything, I have to gradually move into habits, and I know that a lot of other people are like that too. Some people are amazing and can just cold turkey or cold warm turkey. What is it when you just start doing something? I don't know what that's called. But that's why for this challenge, I softballed it first. I decided instead of forcing myself to do a page a day, which is a habit that I'd like to form, I decided to start this 30-day challenge with instead a 7-day challenge sample of just one drawing a day, any sort of drawing, not necessarily a page, for a week. So that's what you're viewing in the background here. These are all sketches that I worked on. I recorded some of it I'm just gonna throw the picture up that I sketched. And I've gotta say to my artist friends out there, this was a successful run, at least for me. I have a long list of work that I needed to get done, and this challenge forced me to be creative and tick drawings off of my to-do list. So on Comic Fury and Tapas, I reached 60 readers recently. 60 on Comic Fury, 68 actually on Tapas. So thank you all. That's like 128 people reading on those platforms alone. So thank you. And it's been on my list to kind of create this little thank you drawing, which is the very first thing that I did for this challenge at the beginning of this video. So I started it off with that image. I was like, I want this to be a positive experience, and I need to get something done to thank my readers. So that was day 1. Day 2, I took the plunge and drew a full Act 7 page for Dark Horse over on Comic Fury, the most up-to-date act. Day 3, I was really freaking busy, so I stepped back and just did a small little drawing of Rin for a Subscribe Star advert that I've been meaning to do for the end of these videos. Day 4 was another busy day, so I sketched a small image for The Whimper in the Dark, my other free webcomic which has cartoon violence in it. I was very happy with how that turned out. I both sketched in ink in my sketchbook to get an idea of what I wanted the actual image to be, and then I sketched it with graphite on Bristol board so that I could color the final image directly on the Bristol board. So that was actually 2 drawings in one day, but, you know, it was the same drawing, so I only counted it as one. Day 5, busy again, so I took on the Patreon counterpart for Rin's Subscribe Star. So Kana's more of the conservative, non-nudist PC character in Dark Horse, and I wanted her to represent Patreon since they kind of discourage, they do a lot more censoring than someone like Subscribe Star does. Meanwhile, we've got Rin, who is the free spirit nudist, so she's representing Subscribe Star for that platform that I use for collecting donations. So yeah, that's where the naughty art that I create goes, and that's why I chose these specific characters to represent the 2 different platforms, or whatever they're called. I'm calling them a platform, I don't know, money collectors. Anyway, these images are going to be slightly animated, and you know, later on I think I might do a video on that so that you can kind of watch my trial and error of attempting to make a GIF in Photoshop so that I could slap those at the end of the videos and replace the ZZK Suma. You know, she's a sharp dressed demon. I'm going to replace that image with something that looks maybe a little less busy and a little more professional. But anyway, day 6 was the start of a very successful Act 5 page run. I actually ended up drawing way more than 1 page in one day because I had finally garnered enough free time and I was in the mood. I was just kind of in the flow, and a lot of times when I do draw, I kind of draw in batches when I'm not flying by the seat of my pants. So day 6 was very successful, and I am super happy with the progress that I made with those Act 5 pages. Day 7 was fan art day. I owed one of my Tapas readers fan art back from July or June, I can't remember. He had guessed a trivia question that I had posted on Tapas. Plus, I just loved his webcomic. Well, it's not just his. There's a couple people who work on it, but Oddly Vanilla. I've talked about them before on this channel. It's a webcomic anthology on Tapas, and I highly recommend it if you like short stories and serials. Now, I will admit I had a hard time drawing this fan art piece. I scrapped not 1, not 2, but 3 sketches, one of which isn't even recorded because I had tried to do this fan art piece earlier in the year, but I kept failing and I just got pissed off, so it's like, I can't do this right now, I gotta work on something else. But I did record 3 of the other attempts, I think. Two of the other attempts. The 3rd attempt in the video that you see here was actually successful. But I was drawing his characters, Franklin Graves, the 2-brained baby, and attempting to draw the orangutan Barlow from Oddly Vanilla, the Franklin Graves mini-series. It's one of the reoccurring characters and styles that will pop up in this Tapas series. Yeah, it's very pulp noir, it's kind of serial. Like I said, they have reoccurring characters, and man, the writers and artists over there are way out of my league. The character design and the inking is just amazing. I have to admit, I was struggling. I was definitely on the struggle bus for this. It was way out of my element. But as I got more and more frustrated, I should say, because I wanted to do this comic honor because I like it, and it was also, you know, a kind of like a little mini prize that I wanted to do. I wanted it to look good. So I finally settled, because I just kept getting angry at myself, I decided I'm just gonna have fun with this. You can tell if someone's not having fun with something, so I had to give up on Barlow. I am sorry, man, dude, ape. They're apes, right? Orangutans are apes? Well, anyway, I had to give up on Barlow the orangutan because I suck. And I ended up doing a chibi version of Franklin puffing on his ciggy. Good thing this channel is for adults only, y'all. Not trying to encourage kids and babies to smoke. Oh my god, don't do that. But, yeah, I ended up liking the final product. I got into the swing of it, and I was having fun and kind of writing off. When I'm having a good time, I sometimes will write on the paper just little messages to myself or whoever wants to read them. But, yeah, there's a little Puff the Magic Dragon coming out of his cigarette, and that's my style. I did the cute, I did his character as cute as I could, because that's how I draw. But yeah, I hope the artist / writer likes it. I haven't toned it yet, but yeah, that's my lucky number 7. 7 days of drawing challenge. Boy, that was just like an awkward segue, was a non sequitur. Anyway, to be honest, I'm actually still going. I'm still doing this challenge. I was having a good time, so I am trying to make it to 30 days. I don't think I'll do a video on this first run, but in 2021, I plan on scheduling a month where I actually do try to do 30 pages in 30 days, which will be perfect because I'm trying to keep my acts to around 25 pages. And I would really get a leg up. I could, I would be able to get so much of a buffer if I actually take on this challenge seriously, which this was a pretty serious goal. I am very happy with this. That my takeaway at the end of this video, I like this challenge. It forced me to get work done. And on the days where I'm cooking all day since we meal prep, I had the option of doing smaller projects that I had kept putting off so that I could actually get things done. It was kind of an incentive for me. Okay, well, I just have to get one drawing done. I keep not doing this. If I just do this tiny little drawing of Kana or this tiny little drawing of Rin, then I can meet my goal for the day. So I thought this was really a great challenge. And then I had like a massive inkathon weekend where I inked all my Act 5 pages that I'd drawn. I had like 7 pages, and already it's not posting on my mirrors, but I was able to share like a dump of Act 5 pages for my patrons over on Patreon. Really, it was a great opportunity for me to share some early access, get projects done. I would definitely recommend this challenge to others. If you're not an artist, there may be a way for you to tweak the challenge and, set your own goals for something that you do that you've been trying to get done. And that actually leads me into this week's question of the week. What is the best challenge you've ever taken on? The best experience, whether it is like a marathon race or tie-dyeing 20 shirts. I don't fucking know. Let me know what your favorite challenge that you've taken on has been, and leave that down in the comments below. If you want to support the struggle, if you want to support the channel, my comic, I humbly accept one-time donations over at Ko-fi. Obviously, I absolutely love and adore my patrons and subscribe stars. Your support makes all the difference for me, and I appreciate that. Thank you. You're welcome to like, sub, do the bell thing, all that good stuff. Otherwise, I hope you all have a lovely rest of the week. Peace and love, fare you well, and keep on trucking. If you... What the fuck? There's like a flock of geese. I don't know if the audio... I hope that's not being picked up in the audio. Well, anyway.